Hey, 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 welcome back to the rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole. I'm
Uh,
Connie.
I'm Vee.
We're back again with another really exciting episode. This time we're going to be talking about hobbies. Speaking of hobbies, we love doing this podcast. So, like, share, subscribe,
Love, love, love.
live, laugh, love. No.
Live, laugh, love. Thanks for joining us and for following us. Keep doing that so we can talk more junk to y'all.
Yeah. So the question of the day is, why do humans have hobbies? And is there something wrong with the people that don't?
I'm gonna answer the second part first. I think that there's something wrong with people that don't have hobbies. Sorry.
So here's what I think though. I think some people have hobbies and they don't think of them as hobbies.
For example,
So I listed all the hobbies I can think of that I've had throughout my lifetime so far. And some people would not think of them, I don't think. So I'll read you my list.
all right.
All right. Hot air ballooning, reading, horseback riding, puzzles, yoga, Pilates, running, tie dye, drawing, painting, podcasting, crossword puzzles, gardening, weightlifting. Some of these could just be seen as like chores or like I'm going to work out. They wouldn't see it as like a hobby.
Well, I think that what makes a hobby is something that you enjoy. Therefore, I don't think that I continue to emphasize that there is something wrong with people that don't have hobbies because even though something might be interesting for you, it might not. Like the other day, for example, I was on the phone with somebody that told me about their exciting weekend plans. And do you know what they were?
Hmm,
They were going to tandem read. Do you know what tandem reading is?
I have no idea.
It's when you read multiple books at the same time and read them
Oh
in a
no.
specific order so that you can understand the timeline better. And I felt some sort of weird pain in my soul when she said that she was tandem reading. And granted, you know what? I'm not judging anybody that tandem reads because I'm judging the people that don't have hobbies. And if that's your hobby, by all means. But I will say that she felt the same way about me going to the gym. So,
Mm,
what is something that might be my hobby might not be your hobby. So, just because you don't see that as a hobby doesn't mean that it's not mine. Does that
yeah.
make sense?
It does. I'm also really glad that when you explained that it was reading books, because at first I thought you said tandem breeding, and I was like, where are we going with this?
Menage a trois. This girl just loves having
Uh,
threesomes all weekend long.
yeah, yeah. She's like, we
Hey,
just get to it
that
Friday
could be a
night.
hobby too. That could be
we
a hobby too.
we keep going on Sunday until we say amen.
But not after 8 because it's a school night.
Right. All right. So I did do a little bit of research. So hobbies basically satisfy our psychological and evolutionary needs that modern work and daily routines rarely meet. I get this because after a long day of being at work,
Mhm.
I mean, I feel great going to Pilates, right? Or doing
Amen.
something, or, on the weekend, go on a hot air balloon ride or whatever. So, something that just makes me like happy and I'm not doing work.
Yes. I have a friend that's a psychologist, and she mentioned the importance of play in adult life, and she's done research, which I do not have the facts with me today, so I apologize, but, she did mention that it is proven that people that play. And by play, it's losing yourself in the activity that you're in for
Yeah.
a period of 30 minutes or more a day, are able to have better interactions at work and more. I think she mentioned it was like different ways of thinking. So, new innovative ways of thinking and I think that that's pretty cool. I remember Nickelodeon used to have a campaign a while back that was like, "Get up and play an hour a day," and I thought that was so lame, and now I'm wow, that's such a cool
Yeah.
thing. Get up and play an hour a day, and it's I think, like you, I also have a lot of physical, like, active hobbies. I skate, I go to the gym, I, bike. Honestly, anything that's outside, I really enjoy. So, but I also have, more tame hobbies, like, I am very artsy, so I crochet.
I know. I saw your watercolors.
Yeah, I love
They're so pretty.
watercolors.
No,
I
me too.
love watercolors.
My mother-in-law is so good at I'll just show you some of my mother-in-law's stuff, like, she's really good too.
See, I don't think I'm that good, but I do lose myself in it, and enjoy something that I get lost in. So, for example, crochet, I won't get lost in it always, especially when I have to count or when I'm like over a pattern. Then it does become work and I don't enjoy it as much. But that's something that's really like fun and I like to hobby cycle because I can't stick with one hobby for a long time. So once I get bored of one, I'll slide in with another one.
I know, like, I will tell people that I've always been a gym hopper. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's like this where you live, but where I live, there's so many boutique gyms, like, there's bar classes, there's Pilates, there's hot yoga, there's, weightlifting, there's kickboxing, there is, CrossFit, I mean, there's everything under the sun, and then there's, like, just normal gyms too that have all the weightlifting equipment and treadmills and aerobics and whatever, but if I get bored, I'll just quit my gym and go to another one or quit my studio and go to another because I need to keep it fresh or, you know, get some variety, but back to the play thing that you talked about though, like, your friend, like, she knows what she's talking about because it's the getting lost in an activity with something that feels effortless and you truly enjoy where the time just disappears.
Oh yeah. No, I
Yeah,
agree. I think one that I think is really great for me is skating. So rollerblading, inline skating, whatever you want to call it, but
yeah.
it's really cool. I actually found a group of people that they will start having a class at 7:30 and that class won't end until 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, depending on like when the park that we're going to closes. And I think
Mhm.
it's so cool because now it's not just you getting lost in it. You're getting lost in it with a bunch of other people and it feels like I'm going outside to play and with like my friends. It's such a cool feeling and I think that if you don't have that, there's something wrong with you. And, like,
Yeah.
not that doesn't mean, like, you're broken. I do wanna go ahead and kinda preface that. I think it means that it might be your time to start looking at things that fill your cup with joy because you don't have that and you need that.
Yeah, well, along with that, you are onto something because it is definitely a stress reliever when you have a hobby that you enjoy, with the one that you truly enjoy, not one that someone else thinks is great. It's, like you said, you really get lost in your inline skating. Like it's a outdoor class. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's basically mastery without consequence. Like at work, you're under pressure to perform and get things done in a certain timeline. When you're doing a hobby, like you're not under those time constraints. You're not, you know, you don't have the pressure to learn how and master it all in like 2 weeks, right?
So, I will say that for me at least, because I do like that. There are hobbies that apply pressure. So, my boyfriend and I go play pool, and there is that pressure. You have that pressure to win.
Mm,
You have that pressure to do well. I don't think that that one necessarily like has a time pressure, but even at the gym, you're always pushing yourself to do the higher weight, to do one more rep, to shorten the time that you're doing your mile, for example.
mhm.
So for me, at least, and again, like our whys could be 100% different. For me, that why is me. I enjoy it. I get
Yeah.
to do it. I set my boundaries. I push myself because I want to be better, not because I'm making somebody else money. And that's
Right.
the other thing, right? A lot of people monetize their hobbies and they lose the joy of doing it because they monetized it.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's an interesting concept too, because I do agree, not everything needs to be monetized. I think we do a lot. There's almost everything is monetized these days. And man, what happened to the good old days where I could just watch a YouTube video without ads?
Oh, right. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Or Facebook has so many ads on it too, it's ridiculous.
Speaking of, this might be a great time to talk to you about AG1. No, I'm kidding.
Have you heard about J27? Uh, so, okay, so back to the part B question. Is there something wrong with people who don't have hobbies? So, like, your answer is yes. Yes. Okay. So,
Go see a therapist.
go see a therapist. Well, I mean, there might be something to that. So, you know, it's not saying that they're like an empty shell of a person, but it usually comes down to like there's a couple of factors. Like they may need some mental health work, right? Because something is maybe they're feeling burnout or energy depletion or their mental state is worn down. You know, I mean, who knows? Maybe they're pouring so much, like they're giving all their 100% mental, emotional, physical energy into doing their job, raising a family, just trying to manage day-to-day survival that they don't have the bandwidth for a hobby, right? So when they finally get wind down time, they're like, "I just wanna be alone. I don't wanna be touched." I mean, I have days like that, but does that mean I don't have a hobby? Like, absolutely not. But I can see that point.
Yes,
It's not like a lack of interest in life or having a hobby, it's like they need recovery time.
but I think that that's the thing, right? Like, it is, even relaxing and unwinding can be considered a hobby, right? Like, somebody that sits down and
Oh, like
watches, like,
meditation
right, meditation can be a hobby. You can have, you know, binge watching a new series can
or
be
podcast.
a hobby, right. It's like, what is something that you can lose yourself in for whatever period of time that brings you joy, that's not something that is required of your life. And I think, again, if you it is a privilege to be able to participate in your hobbies. That
Mm,
doesn't mean that, like, sometimes you can't participate in your hobbies. I also think that if that's the case, like, doesn't mean that you don't have hobbies, it just means that you can't do them right now.
mhm.
So, I would hope that somewhere deep and down, everybody has a hobby, and everybody's found some way of being able to release themselves in that way.
Yeah,
And if you haven't, I definitely encourage you to try some new things or even think about what you liked as a child and what things brought you joy from there, because I think that it's a really good starting point for how you can get lost into an activity now. And it is harder to do as an adult. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not saying that, like like you mentioned, I don't think that you're a shell of a person if you don't have one or actively are participating in one. I just think it's a sign.
yeah.
And if you feel called out during this episode, you probably are being called out and you should try to find it. Like, but it's, again, it's not a pressure. The only person that you are not benefiting from having a hobby is yourself. You're not hurting me by not having a hobby. You're hurting you. So I
Yeah.
think you should try to find one if you don't have one.
So, switching gears just a tad, I loved how you brought up the tandem reading, because I looked up some maybe more bizarre hobbies. So the first one is extreme ironing. And this one is okay. I'll tell you where I was like, okay, is this really a thing? Because it said the concept is taking an ironing board, an iron, and a wrinkled item of clothing to remote, dangerous, or absurd locations to press a shirt.
Hmm.
So, where do people do it? This is where as the longer I read, the more I was like, I don't think so. Because it says on top of mountain peaks, midair while skydiving, underwater while scuba diving. How are you going to iron a shirt underwater?
I think some people just like to rebel and they don't like being told what to do.
I mean, maybe, rock climbing, whatever. Like, I just, like,
Maybe
you're going to
they're
attach your
skiing it,
ironing board to a rock while you're climbing and press a shirt.
or maybe they're ironing by a volcano where the waters are more heated and they're able to I don't know,
Use the
man.
steam. It's like
Honestly,
natural steam.
if you have tried ironing underwater, I need to interview you.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is a
So,
requirement.
yeah, drop it in the comments.
We'll reach out to you personally.
Yeah. We'll have you on the show.
Yeah, immediately. We'll fly you out.
Yeah.
Connie will take you in an air balloon ride, and it's gonna be great.
That's right. Yeah. We'll get to learn all about your hobby while doing mine. So,
I'll let you
um,
ride my pet gator.
there you go. Oh, there you go. Is there a gator's named Skippy? No, I'm just kidding. I don't even know why I said that. Okay. Moving on. So, another one is competitive duck herding. So, this is where I guess it originated in the UK. People train their sheepdogs or they do it themselves to guide a flock of ducks through an obstacle course around cones through tiny gates and into a small pen.
That sounds hard.
Well, and it says, why ducks? Well, because they're chaotic and uncooperative compared to sheep, which makes it an exercise in extreme patience and animal communication.
Yeah. Hey, I think it's really cool.
Which I was like, oh, what about herding cats? Similar,
Similar for sure.
similar. And then I think I'll give one last one here, which is kind of like an easier one. I mean, it's weird, but oh no, actually, hold on a second. Back it up. I've seen an episode. I think it's like my weird what is it called?
My weird addiction.
Yeah, yeah. So they call it competitive hobby horsing, but on the weird addiction, it was called pony play. And so basically, what they do is the participant, which is a person, complete an equestrian jumping and dressage routine using a stuffed horse head on a wooden stick.
Uh, Wait, repeat that last part. Using a what?
A wooden, like a horse head on a stick, like the,
Oh my gosh, I've seen that.
yeah, yeah. So I know that is real. I know that is real. But it says, and it says, note, while it looks whimsical on the surface, the top levels require real athleticism, precision footwork, and gymnastics to clear jumps up to 4 feet high.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
and absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I give it a whirl. I don't know. I couldn't jump over the
You
obstacles,
know,
but
never, never say no to trying something
yeah.
at least once.
Yeah. And then the very last one that I was gonna share was people will collect or even track down and trade airline bags, like the ones that people, you know, throw up in. Yeah, unused, of course, unused airline sickness bags from airlines around the world, and so, like, I'm guessing maybe there's a Facebook group where people compare airline bags they've collected throughout the world and trade and kinda like you would a baseball card. I don't know.
That's
So,
so gross, man. That's so gross.
Well, they're not puked in, but still, it's a
I mean,
sickness
it's
bag.
not like only sick people touch them.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. That's true. That's really true.
Like, I don't know.
Um, yeah, actually, you're right. Because the last time I was on a plane and I saw one of those bags, I was like, I don't think I even wanna touch that thing." So,
yeah. My biggest hobby is learning new things, so that, like, is a big umbrella term for I just like struggling, and I love it.
I get that dopamine going, and then once the dopamine starts to calm down because I've done it enough, then I'm like, "I need a new hobby."
Yeah, well, I like being able to learn new things and then being able to talk about the things that I learn with people who
Yeah,
know about that thing too. So, I think, like, that's, like, the biggest part for me.
yeah. No, that's really it is fun to learn new things. So, I guess a takeaway here, what we're saying is hobbies are great. It's
Right.
cool to be curious, right? We always tell you stay curious and, you know, not required, but you may wanna consider having one if you need somewhere to channel your energy or just take a rest.
Absolutely. And if you need ideas, let us know, and we will write a few more down for you.
Yeah, I got a whole list, so, if I
Perfect.
thought about it, I could probably add some more, so
There you go.
alright, on that note, stay curious, and we'll see you next week.
Stay curious. Bye-bye.
Bye.